أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. We send salutations upon Rasoolu'Allahi sallallahu alayhi wasallam and all of the companions and family members who aided and assisted him into the day of resurrection. And we begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, picking up with the legendary military ideology of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the era of Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu. After completing the legendary military nation or empire of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the era of Sayyidina Uthman bin Affan, as well as the legendary military governance or government of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the era of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, as well as the legendary military legacy of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam with the era of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu, as well finally the legendary military career of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, known as the Madanite period. All on the Muhammadu Gambia channel, unfortunately not on Abdul Fattah Muhammad channel. Another brief disclosure, we are in volume 2, not in volume 1. Picking up with your humble orator narrating the narrative of the volume here on the life and time of the commander of the believers, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Picking up now from page number 62. Many of the people of Kufa responded, and between 6,000 and 7,000 went out with Ammar and Al-Hasan ibn Ali radiallahu anhu. They were joined by 2,000 men from Basra, from the tribe of Abdul Qais. Then other tribes came to him unto his army when the battle began, which was approximately 12,000 strong. When the people of Kufa met Ammar ibn Yasir, Amirul Mu'minin Ali ad-Duqar, he said to them, O people of Kufa, you confronted the Persians and their kings, you destroyed their armies and inherited what they left behind, and you grew stronger against your enemies. I am calling you to join us in order to deal with our brothers in Basra. If they turn back, that is what we want. But if they persist, we will try to deal with them on the basis of kindness, and we will avoid confrontation until they wrong us first. We will never leave anything that could lead to putting things straight and achieving something good, but we will prefer it over that which could lead to evil if Allah Jalla Jalaluhu wills, and there is no strength except with Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. 1.4.4 Difference of opinion should not affect the love between people. This applies to the situation of the companions during the turmoil. Even though they had differences of opinion, none of them developed any resentment against his brother. Let us read the story about an incident that took place in Kufa. Bukhari narrated that Abu Wa'il said, Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, open quote, Abu Musa and Uqba ibn Amr al-Ansari entered upon Ammar when Ali radiallahu anhu sent him to the people of Kufa. They said, we have never seen anything from you that we dislike since you became Muslim, like you are hastening to take sides in this matter. Ammar ibn Yasir radiallahu anhu said, and I have never seen anything from you that I dislike since you became Muslim, like your reluctance in this matter, supporting Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu. According to another report, Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, who was well off, said, Open quote, O slave, bring me 2 suits and give me one to Abu Musa al-Ash'ari and one to Ammar, end quote. He said, wear it when you go to Friday prayer, end quote. Here we see Abu Musa and Ammar radiallahu anhuma each thinking that the other is wrong. Despite that, Abu Mas'ud gave Ammar a suit to wear for the Friday prayer because he was wearing traveling clothes and the battle dress. And Abu Mas'ud, it says, unfortunately, did not want him to have to attend to the Friday prayer wearing such clothes. This conduct is indicative of deep friendship, even though they each regarded the other's attitude toward the turmoil as wrong. Ammar thought that Abu Musa, so it's corrected, and Abu Mas'ud's reluctance, so both of them, to support Ali radiallahu anhu was wrong. And Abu Musa and Abu Mas'ud thought that Ammar's haste to support Amirul Mu'mineen was wrong. Each of them had an argument of which he was convinced. Those who were reluctant to support the Khalif thought that it was right to refrain from taking part in fighting in the event of fitna, adhering to those ahadith concerning this which warned against taking up arms against fellow Muslimin. Ammar had the same point of view as Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala anhu did with regard to fighting those who transgress the limits or commit outrages, and he adhered to the word of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, open quote, then fight you all against the one that rebels. Quran, Surah number 49, Ayah number 9. The same surah we had instructed the other Giro to look into to help herself out, but her and her elder sister Mom all refused and went on with denying Quran. Anyhow, what Tirmidhi Jilan Islam, he interrupted, or he interpreted the warning against fighting as applying to those who were transgressing against their brothers. Neither party wanted to kill the other, and both sides would try to find any reason to prevent fighting before it took place. When fighting did occur, it occurred even though both parties were reluctant to fight. 1.4.5 Questions on the road. A. The questions asked by Abu Rifa ibn Rafi ibn Malik al-Ajlan al-Ansari when Ali radiallahu anhu wanted to leave Ar-Rabda. Abu Rifa said, open quote, O Amirul Mu'mineen, what do you want? Where are you taking us? End quote. Ali radiallahu anhu said, open quote, what we want is to set things straight. If they accept that from us and respond, all well and good. End quote. Abu Rifa said, open quote again, what if they do not respond? End quote. Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu said, open quote, we will leave them with the reason they have in their mind, their own justification for their conduct, and acknowledge their right to defer, and we will be patient. End quote. Abu Rifa said, open quote, what if they are not content with that? End quote. Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu said, we will leave them alone as long as they leave us alone. End quote. Abu Rifa continued asking, what if they do not leave us alone? End quote. Ali radiallahu anhu said, we will defend ourselves against them. Abu Rifa said, then yes, I will join you. He listened to that series of questions and answers, and his mind was put at rest. So he said, I shall impress you with my deeds, and you have pleased me with your words. End quote. 1.4.5b, the people of Kufa, including Al-Awar Ibn Banan al-Manqari, asked questions of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu. When the people of Kufa came to Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu in Duqa'ar, some of them asked him the reason why he had come. Among those who asked these questions was Al-Awar ibn Banan al-Manqari. Ali radiallahu anhu said to him, open quote, I am coming to put things in order and extinguish the fire of enmity in the hope that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu will bring this ummah together by means of us and prevent fighting. If they respond to me, all well and good. Al-Anwar said, what if they do not respond to us? Ali radiallahu anhu said, we will leave them alone as long as they leave us alone. Anwar said, what if they do not leave us alone? Ali radiallahu anhu responded saying, we will defend ourselves against them. Al-Anwar said, do they have the same rights and duties as us? Ali ibn Abi Talib said, yes, they do. 1.4.5c, Abu Salama ad-Dalani, one of those who asked questions of Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, said to him, do you think these people have valid grounds for the demand of vengeance for Uthman if they are seeking Allah Jalla Jalaluhu thereby? Ali radiallahu anhu, the commander of the believers, answered saying, yes. Abu Salama said, is there any valid reason for you to delay the seeking vengeance? Ali radiallahu anhu also responded to the affirmative saying, yes. If there is something that cannot be done, then the ruling concerning it should be based on precautions and what is in the people's best interest. Abu Salama then continued on by saying, what is our situation and theirs if we end up fighting tomorrow? Ali radiallahu anhu said, I hope that no one who is sincere towards Allah Jalla Jalaluhu among us or them will be killed, except that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu will admit him into paradise. 1.4.5d, Malik ibn Habib asked questions of Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu when he said, open quote, what will you do if you meet these people in battle? Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu said, it has become clear to us and to them that what is best is to refrain from that. If they give us allegiance, all is well and good, but if they and we insist on fighting, then there is nothing we can do about it. Malik then said, if we start fighting, what is the situation of those among us who are slain? Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu said, whoever is sincere towards Allah Jalla Jalaluhu will benefit from that, and it may be his salvation, end quote. The aim of Amirul Mu'minin was to set the things straight and put an end to the fitna. Fighting was not something that he was considering. If it happened, it would be because he could not help it. With regard to whoever was killed on either side, his ultimate fate would depend on his intention, regardless of whether he fought on Ali radiallahu anhu's side or against him. Thus, Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu confirmed that the Muslimin who went out for this purpose after the martyrdom of Sayyidina Uthman bin Affan were seeking to set things straight and put an end to the turmoil, and their decision was based on sincerity. Their reward will be commensurate with the sincerity of their intentions and the purity of their hearts. 1.5 Attempt at reconciliation. Before Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu moved towards Basra with his army, he stayed in Dhul-Qar for a few days. He tried with all the powers and means at his disposal to put an end to this division and turmoil by peaceful means, and to spare the Muslims the evil of fighting and armed confrontations. The same is also true of Talha and Az-Zubayr ibn al-Awwam, A number of the companions and senior tabi'un who had refrained from getting involved also took part in the attempts to bring about reconciliation, including Imran ibn Hussein. Inshallah, we will end this one here on page number 66, paragraph 3. This is your humble orator, Muhammad Israel, signing out with سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وتبارك اسم ربك وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام 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 على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.